Hello. It's been a little while since I've done a YouTube video. And one of the reasons is because I have to feel in alignment with the message or the content I'm sharing. So sometimes we have to take a little breather, a little break, a little time to process instead of doing, to sit back and kind of process where we are, where we're heading, especially in the times when the seasons are changing. And we're changing seasons now from summer to the fall. And sometimes it can kind of just catch up with us without even kind of noticing that your energy is changing. You're changing within. It's a time to process. It's a time to allow things to settle. So today I felt inspired to come in here as part of a mini series of little short videos I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and talk about just a different topic and word, which is what I normally do anyway. I land on a word. Sometimes the word comes to me in a meditation. Sometimes it comes into my quiet reflection, whether I'm walking. So it's really important for you too to know, when do things come to you, and are you landing within yourself enough so you can hear the messages. There's always messages and things that are trying to get our attention. But in our world, we can be so busy in our life and in social media and in the news. We can be so busy being fed externally that we forget what's happening internally. So for me, it's always really important to stop and kind of tune in and ask, what's going on in here? Or just having moments of quietness so things can kind of come to my awareness. And like I say all the time, we don't have to figure out our life. We don't have to kind of chase anything down. Life presents itself to us every single day, and it's up to us to be able to greet what arrives. And sometimes that doesn't feel so comfortable. And yes, we have to have plans. We have to be places at certain times. We have to do things for our children. We have to make meals and do all the errands and things of life. But in that, in every interaction, in everything we do, from the time our feet hit the floor, life is inviting us to interact with it. And we get to decide whether we're paying attention or we're not. We get to decide whether we're focusing on our own internal struggle all the time, every day, and what's going on inside of us, or we're going to show up in a way that we're paying attention with all of our senses. We're paying attention to the sounds, the feelings, the interactions. We're in our life and not just moving through the hamster wheel of life. But that's not today's topic. That was just a little rant I went on. Today's topic is about, the word that came to me was betrayal. And today's topic, I want to talk a little bit about betrayal. And betrayal shows up in so many ways. And maybe it's been a theme. Like, we have themes in our life. And we have themes that keep showing up for us until we greet it differently. Again, life's showing up for us. It's showing up. And we can either say, oh my gosh, not that again, and resist it. Or we can start reflecting and saying, wow, that's a pattern I see. That is something that keeps happening. Why is that? Why does this keep happening? And not from a victim standpoint, not from a, my life is, there's something wrong with my life. But from a, how can I greet this differently? How can I use this to help me move past these feelings of betrayal? Because betrayal feels awful. But what happens, and I talk about grief a lot because I've been in grief in most of my life, on and off. But when I dove into the deep grief after my daughter died, when I dove into deep grief that was unimaginable, the feeling of betrayal came up again. So anytime I feel like I'm being betrayed in any sense, whether it's minor, Like somebody didn't tell me something I thought they should. Like I have like a feelers out for that. We have feelers out for certain emotions, right? So when we have our feelers out for certain emotions, we we are fine-tuned to feel that. We are fine-tuned to connect. Oh, look, be careful. Our nervous system turns on and we're like, oh, there it is. So the feeling of betrayal, you might feel betrayed by people or you might feel betrayed by life itself. And that's how I felt. I felt like life was betraying me. Life was betraying me because it kept on knocking me down over and over and over. I'd get up and I'd get momentum, I'd get going, and I'd be in a good place. Then something else would happen where I felt betrayed by somebody or by life. So when Rtea died, I felt betrayed by life. Like, how could that happen to me? Right? So there's anger, there's all kinds of emotions that go into it. But betrayal, feeling betrayed, like life doesn't love me. So I'm up against it. I'm up against this huge force called life that's out to take me down. And I felt that. And I look back now and I'm like, I am this the opposite of that now. I am the opposite of feeling like life betrayed me. And even though all kinds of other feelings and emotions goes along with that, I do not feel that life betrayed me any longer. Because I invited those feelings, I invited those emotions of betrayal to talk to me, to work with me, to dialogue with me. Instead of being so angry that I couldn't have that kind of interaction back and forth with my mind and my body and my soul. So tuning into where my soul was trying to take me and trying to kind of transcend me past the feelings of betrayal. And when I let go, and I can do a whole video on what let go means, because that's a whole nother phrase and word that has so many layers to it. When I tune in to ask where my soul wanted to take me, what do you want me to do with this pain? What do you want me to do with this betrayal? And it takes time. It's a process. And it's difficult. But what's on the other side of our suffering is so much bigger and brighter than living in a feeling of betrayal every day. So I did feel betrayed by life. Never felt betrayed by my daughter for choosing, there's another word. Feels a bit cringy. I don't feel she chose to die. I just felt like she couldn't hold on any longer. But she would have chose life, for sure. So now I choose life for her. I had to kind of move through and transcend my feelings of betrayal in huge ways because her life and everything about her meant more than feeling cramped up in my pain every day. It's not that I did it for her. I did it because of her, because she inspired me to move past it. So this is what this channel and all the work I do is I want to help other people be inspired by their own inner essence and their own human spirit. Because you have a force within you that's so much stronger than anything you've ever experienced, that's trying to push you and move through. So my goal is to help people unblock that piece so that you can let go of this deep pain that you're carrying. So many people out there walking in deep pain and stuck in their life, and it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. There's a force within you that will help you shift shape, shape you, shape shift you into a place where your soul, whatever you want to call that, you can call that your inner guidance system, your inner strength, whatever that is for you, you feel it. You felt it before in your life. It's that. But there's stuff in the way of that. There's all this stuff and all these stories and pain in the way of that. And what I do is I help people move that out of the way so that they can step into their life in a different way. So that's what I want to talk about betrayal for this short video. And the next time I will find another topic that kind of inspires me to share with you. So thank you for joining me in this YouTube video. And if you are interested in following me in the work that I do, just hit the subscribe button so you're notified when I do come on. I don't come on here all the time, but I'm going to try to show up. So I do show up when I feel inspired to share a message. So thank you, and remember to embrace today. Whatever's going through your soul today, whatever is kind of coming to your attention, that's an invitation. It's life inviting you to engage with it. So we can either resist it and be angry or whatever emotions are there, or we can invite those feelings to dialogue with us. And it's in those places that pain becomes a beautiful transformation. Bye.